How do I come in here like the drunken sailor? Does it sting like a butterfly and buzz like a bee? And you're sitting in the boxing ring and we're ready for the mess. Right? We're ready for the mess, but we're drunken sailors. You know why? Because when you're drunken sailors, you got more spirit than anything else other than how they fiddled with your mind and turned everything against you. Anyways, I would like you to follow my new selection of walls, which is now over there. I'm not finished it yet, but it's now like almost bringing you up to date. You know, just keeping everything in order. All you can't see in there. I try to keep it dark because I figure if I can't get away from too much color, I'll give it no light. Or I'll give it so much light I won't see anything at all. Now I'm in the sort of zone and I'm going to show you what I see when I see it. And I'm going to explain to you during the time, and I am seeing so many 10-4s right now. So many 10-4s. The 2-3 world connects. Why? Because me, I take myself and I go into the center and I reach out to my right and I reach out to my left and I say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm the fishing net. I'm bringing them all in. Don't worry, I'll come around for the rest. So I'm going to show you and I'm explaining to you how I'm thinking, how I see things. We're going to jump into different areas. Do you want to know why I'm doing this? Well, in reality, I created another Earth. I created another galaxy and a world and a universe and everything. And I didn't have to move. All I did is put areas and values to what I choose. Then I take the numbers that show up in these areas through numerology, through the numerology that people do of the world, but upon the equations that I take inside the numbers, inside the designs. Right now, I'm working on the Star of David with the Hebrew letters, and every letter gets a number. Every letter gets more than one number. In fact, there's a package of numbers that come. What led me to begin this video before I show you what was in the last is you come down the center of what is the two sides. Is this on land? And on land is the rail and it runs the rail and everything is in the center. There's more than one way to look at this. It can also be this way. And this can be going down and this side would go down, but it's not duplicated. They have to put this side and this side together. They have to duplicate it. They have to make a match. That's why your hands can do this. You go the opposites, and then whatever's on the left side of my hand or whatever's on this side of my hand is the same thing. It's on this side of my hand, not this side of my hand. So it's the same on both sides, going back to the head. Because every area, you only can see a certain distance. So what's beyond that, you don't know. And your mind couldn't even imagine and go beyond that because it's too occupied for the time being that anything should be beyond that. That even if there was something beyond that, by the time the thought came to be, the amount of time that spent brought you closer to what you can see and from what you were seeing. Because now it's the future. It becomes the past, and then you know exactly what passed. The other thing is letters that go next to the letter R, which if you notice this letter, the F is tilted. In order to make the F out of this, the arm to go here, you have to tilt the F down. Here's the A, here's the B. You see the way the B looks like the E, and it's in the E family? The A and the B and the C. We don't need C, and we can take A and put it inside B, because in the French language, it says the sound of B is B. So already it's like A and I. B. A B. A and I. Fruits that they sound with A and I. Things that have A and I in it. Thailand, Australia, all of them. Why? Well, if it's IA or is it AI, do I do it in English? Do I do it in French? And every time I think, I have to think again. It's not like I just know the answer. If I don't feel it and remember it is the way it is, then it can't be at that moment. There's something interfering with its value. What is the reason of the interference? What happens to its value? Obviously, it's not going to change, but if I can't explain it to you so you understand it, there is no value, except to me and how I explained it. But if you don't understand it, everything I said is worth nothing. And then if I didn't say it properly, then at the moment, I don't know it properly. The other thing, when you play football, the ball goes just before the line because you can't put your half of the football on their side of the line. You put your half of the football in to tip at the line at the furthest, but you have to give them half the distance of the ball because now you're in their half of that part of the ball where the ball is. Isn't that the way? Where did they put that football? Okay, is it right on the line? Or do they move it back a little bit more from the line? Well, you pull it back, you put it on the line, but you pull it back from the line because otherwise they can put their finger on the ball because you'd be on their side, touching their side. 10 yards. They kick the ball from the 20. Go into the end zone. They start back at the 20. Reason or no reason? Reason. When they kick it as a kickoff and they kick it out of bounds, they get it from the 35 in the 10-10 world. You know what this says? It says 57-75. It says the moon, which is because it's 15 yards from the 50 now. This is 30 yards from the 50. It's creation. This becomes 26 and 36. It becomes 62. 6 and 2, the doghouse of creation. 6 and 2 is 8, wearing the queen's jewels. 35, okay, 70 is doubled. Even if this is 7 by 35, 7 goes 10 times into 70. It's doubled because this will create the black ball and the burgundy ball. 3 by 5 and 3 plus 5 is 8 and 15, 23. It also recreates 56. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. But inside 3 times 15, you have all 15 numbers. This is the highest you can get. 3 by 15 is the highest you can ever get. And in the dice, 3 and 5 possess both a B world and an A world. Okay? And if they were magnets, they would turn and they would put a double circle because you need a passage all the time. Four-side show, you come in from the top, you end up from the bottom, and that's the cube, the holes in the cubes. So you end up at the 35-yard line. So this is 8 and 15 equals to 23. Now you have creation because the only distance you are is the egg from the 50. Don't forget, the football field is only 50 yards. The longest part of the field is 50 yards, and every 10 yards, they mark it. Okay, so every time you move 10 yards, it's marked. Why? Because the light comes on. 10 says the light, the spirit of the light, the spirit of the light, the spirit of the light. 4 lights and 4 lights from the 50 to the 40 to the 30 to the 20 to the 10. 4 lights and 4 lights make 8 lights. On 2 parts of the field, they lit up 16 lights. Don't count the end zones, okay, or the doorway. See the passage between the center of the field? But yet the markers are right over here, and the edge of the field is right over here, tiptoeing through the tulips. 50-50, half and half. Isn't that pretty smart? It says a 50-yard line, but in actuality, when you take a look at this 50-50, it means half and half at the same time. Have you ever looked at it that way? Football art. The thing I really came on here to talk about is if I would put a helmet on, right? Where take the globe. I want you to take the globe, look at it right in front of you, and say, this is going to be my football helmet. Where would you put the outline for your face? Because if you really look at it, look at your face. It's only a U. But from the point drawn on this angle, when we take a look back, it's exactly this. I go around my head, I go around my head, and I go from the side to my nose and up, or from my nose and down, which would look like that. So that would be my mask. My mask doesn't need to know the exact size of my nose. It doesn't need to know what color eyes I have. It doesn't need to know actually, I mean, if everything is regular size, you know, you need the size for your head so your ears fit good. But in all reality, when you take a picture of a football helmet, it don't see your face in it. It's there to protect your face so it doesn't look like anything different. And then they put it in jail. They're automatically in jail. Like, look, I'm playing football in fucking jail. Can't fucking see out good. I'm sorry, I'm swearing I couldn't see. Blinded. Oh my God, I just hit myself in the nose. Oh my God. The Eve. When did Eve show up? Don't tell anybody. Eve was here last night. But in the AM, all I saw was Adam. Eve came here at night, but in the morning it was Adam. Oh my God, Adam in my bed. Oh my God, Adam's apple giving head. Oh my God, the worm. Let's move on. Haaretz in Hebrew is 1881, Venus 911. To stop, okay? To stop and to fend. But inside of here, all I see is reefer. All I see is the arches. Now let me move on, because that helmet redesigns man's face to actually my face looking like this. Hey everybody, what's going on? This is my face. You see how I'm behind the mask? I put a grill on my mask and I put a black marking on my mask. I darkened my eyes so you don't know who it is anymore. But I got a big fucking number on the front of my shirt, number 32. Oh, that's the exit. I swear that I said the word FK more in the last 5 minutes than I have in my last 500 videos. And I ain't happy about it, but it had to be done. It's part of the projects. I'm not trying to convert anybody to the F word, FFF 666. There's also CK in there too, which is 3 and 2 the back door. If you use UC, it's 21 3 K2 3 2. It's like 322. U is 3, C is 3, K is 2, 332, 6322, or the 22 is for life because the 22nd letter, and it lives along 36, creation of 6. Now let's go to the reality of why I really came to do this video. And it's all about, this video actually got me going when I heard that Janine Hansen. Everybody knows when you have an N, it's NT, 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 N to T, N to T. Spirit Electronic. 789 812 532. Turn this sideways, it's a 2. This world, that world, this world. This world, that world, this world. This world, that world, this world, that world, this world, that world. I'm standing in front of this book right here, okay? But now there's a book behind me and somebody's watching this and I'm watching this one in front of me. Have you ever gone on an airplane or on a bus and there's someone sitting behind you? Well, in every world there's another screen. Take in the reality of what's going on that screen so that all the other screens can know what's going on in the same screen. Only because the vision has to be there, not because of the words. But even if it was the words, we're all in our own region. We can't talk and think with each other. We have to respond to each other. So we all have to be separate thinkers. Okay? In fact, we're all of us together, but there's only one main lodge. Or is there one main lodge? But anyways, let me just say this. MetLife, okay? First Energy, okay? And Lincoln Financial Field, all football fields. Pretty weird, eh? So this guy is running in Nevada. I've been talking about Nevada, the end way, the end of life, the end of game, the DNA, the day of man, buried in Nevada under number 88, electronic, ELO, Electronic Light Orchestra, is all about Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas, it's the passage to the dam. The dam is 2662, 88. Why? Because Herbert Hoover is H&H, and that is 88. 88, Electric Light Orchestra. I got to listen to that song again. Thank you, Saul, Israel, Rose, something, because I want to see if they're talking about the dam, or what are they talking about in here? What's in there? I got to listen to that song again. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry I'm like look half naked, but pretend we're on the beach this morning or something. Hey, pass me that Frisbee over there! Oh my God! Oh my God, he hit me with an icicle. I'm only kidding. Seriously, I'm only kidding. Do you believe me? I could be. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. Help! Help! I'm bleeding. But by the time you watch this video, it's going to be Tuesday afternoon, and I think I would have led, like, it would have been like, hey, I'll go the likes or something. Okay, so his name is Jack 9. It's Ja. It stands for 1021 and 911. Okay? He stands for 1021, 911. Okay? He's giving you the greatest because he's going to receive the worst. He said it in his video. Listen to this guy speak. Okay? Listen to and you'll hear. Listen to him speak, and when he chooses to change what he says, okay, listen to him. He only speaks what seems to be the ultimate reality. But it seems like he's been given some sort of an assurance that don't worry, just tell him who you are, and you're the only one that's telling us the truth. We need someone that's telling the truth. We're going to give it to you. So they protected him. He was somehow protected. I hope he won. I hope he gets in, right? And somehow it will work against him because maybe this guy is like the greatest of all blackjack minds, and he's in Nevada. And send, and send, and send. Eh? ANDSEND, and send, hand sent. God sent. To where because for me, the electrical universe of ELO in Nevada, okay, is everything. And I think they need someone there pure to keep this area protected for other reasons, okay? And that's why this guy's protected and he's allowed and he can speak the truth. This is what I see. And then when it says over here, ENVA, okay, DNA, I don't want to talk about the Indians that were under the ground. I don't want to talk about, see the way this Z, it's northeast, okay, it's not only northeast, E and N says S, it says nest. The N letter in the E family of 14 and 5 is 19, creating the S. S, because it is the 19th letter, is the last number that reconnects to the T letter, because the T is like center C in piano, but on the second side of the alphabet, starting at N. 14th letter, the T is 21st letter. The 20th letter is the S, so it becomes ST, or east, or nest. Lay the eggs in the nest. AD. How do we get eggs? 5775. 5 and 7 is just like saying 35, because it becomes the 10-10 world. We're looking for exact. We always start exact, but we don't put the ball here, we put the ball here. I got to look that up for see the assurance. So I'm looking at that. So that's just another thing. And then there's this little thing I'm not finished doing over there, but I have to reconnect what it shows. Now you see a T letter, but it's on its side. So do you see the 3? I'm gonna do this with you. How about joining me on this? I got a sharpened pencil. How is everybody this morning? And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Now you might say I shouldn't be doing this. You might say, well, that's all you wanted to do. And this is what you get. And you can also do this one. Okay, now don't forget, okay, the reason you can do this is because this hand and this hand is like this. See the two trees here? The two hands are like this. You're either starting off on the left, you're starting off on the right, or you're starting off on the center. And the easy way to show you is because I'm going to try and do this properly. Okay, and then we're going to, okay, you see the way we have 7 open, but when we cross, okay, and we're only allowed, listen, we're only allowed to go from here to here, 1.5, and then 1.5 from here to here. Then I go from here, I go 1.5, and because of here, I can go 1.5. See the way it's shorter? It falls downwards. It falls downwards. So this is how you get this A, right? And then on this side, okay, on this side of the A, the actual A will be a one-sided A, and then it'll be on this side of it, in which now the line on the top comes this way. So you had this 7 here. This is your back triangle. And at this becomes one of your sharks. You see the way the mouth is over here? And this becomes the other shark. And the mouth is here. Or we can put it as a long long, long, long road. Okay, or it's a bridge. See, here's the bridge. See the bridge? See the bridge? It goes across to the two sides. So that's how, this is the center A, 45, 45. Then we have the upside down one over here. You see this one here? Up, in between the two mountains, between the left side and the right. This side over here is known as 1, 4, 7. This between here is known with 2, 5, and 8. This one over here is 3, 6, 9. This one becomes, this road over here becomes 4, 9, 1. This one becomes 3, 5, 7. The bottom row becomes 8, 1, 6. Low shoot. This is ISIS. I-S-I-S-S-I-S-I. It becomes this. Then it recreates whatever this is. But if you notice, this is a big I over here. Did you see that? In the word ISIS, forward and backward, okay, it shows the big I. And at the same time, it's, listen, it's 33 and 3, or it's 33 and 3, or it's 303. If it's 303, I'll make 2 circles, and then I'll put this one in the middle. We'll record it on 24, listening on 51. We'll have it spinning on 24, but we'll be listening on 51. Hello, hello. One of the 6s comes in. One of the 6s, 51. 51, I'm sending you the message, okay? And you're going to, okay, I'm sending you the message. I'm speaking and I'm listening, okay? And it's recorded on that one cassette from one world to the other one. Somehow the spirit comes. So now in between all this, okay, we have this. We seem to have the cross, right? Does it look this way? Then we have this little thing over here. We have this one over here also. So we have a cross here and we have the cross here. But each cross, okay, is worth 74. So we have one cross, 2 crosses. 74 plus 74 equals to 148. Okay. The other cross is equal to 148, but it's not true because this one, okay, these 2 sides, you see the third cross over here? There's another cross over here. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 1 in here is 3, we have 1 here is 4, we have 1 here is 5. 74 times 5 equals to 370. Okay, 370 becomes 376. 6 by 7 is 42 times 3 is 126 or 216. The cube inside man's head, the defibrillator or the vibrator inside of us. That's what this says, okay? The other thing this says is if you go 74 times the 24 6, it equals to 1776. So you end up with the cross here, or if we want, we can go 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Look, 31, 31, 31, 13, 13, 31. You can say 11, 13. Anyways, it's 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, which equals to 11, 11, 11. Now, I know I went on a little bit. Oh. Yes, so that's what this shows. This says ISIS. I already did the one for Ebola, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, so let's do the one for Ebola. Okay, now here's how we're going to do Ebola. We're going to, first of all, we're going to write A equals A, H, J, K, R. But a single A will stand for the H or the R, okay? Now, the B equals to 1, 3, and E, because it's in the B family. Okay? Because 13 looks like B, it becomes 15, which is equal to O. Now let's do it again. A equals 1. B equals 2. The L equals 12 of the same letter. 12, 13, 14, 15 equals O. Okay? 1, 2, 5. E equals the fifth letter. So you have 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 5, 5. 512 MB, because that's what they're going to be doing to us, okay? 13 M equals 13. B equals 2 equals 15 equals to the O. Or in French, it's EAU, which says water. Okay? Controlled water. Inside of over here, right? This is A, and this is E. A and E. This is B and B. Okay? L is because it cuts off here and it cuts off here. It goes down and it cuts off the L. But anyways, regardless, this is how it comes to be, because the E, this is how it becomes to be. 3, 15, 30, 35. Electric company, and 15 and 8 equals 23. H, A, E equals A and E equals O, so it becomes just a HO, which is equal to 8 and 15th letter, 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 equals to 15 and 8 equals to 23 BC. AB, 1 plus 2 equals 3C, and the beginning and the end completes the cycle. When you go to 23 or 32, 23 or 32, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, in both situations equals 6 equals 5. 23 plus 11 equals to 34. 32 plus 11 equals to 43 equals to 77. Okay? Now I did a bunch of videos the other day showing how this worked. 7 plus 7 equals 14. E, N, E, M. Enemy. That's how it ends. Enemy. E, and E is 15 equals 6. N and M is 14 and 15 is 29. 29 and 15 is 44. Enemy. Did you follow? 5, 10, 15, 29, 42. 5, 10, 15. Oh, right. Sorry. 15, 28 is time. Time is your enemy. 5, 10, 15. 15 and 14 is 29. This equals to 42. 4 and 2 is another 6. 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5. Electric company is your enemy. Electric company and waterworks are our enemies. Take them away, and everything will go back to normal eventually in a short period of time. But we must remove electric company and waterworks. And this is not me saying to remove it. When I say remove it, it's because inside, whatever they're doing to manipulate whatever is using, but also the planes that are going into the air, but that wouldn't matter. Because if we took away all the energy that we're using, a lot of these things won't be able to happen as quickly as they're happening. Eventually they're slowed down and they become worthless because it's not fast enough, but because of the energy and the water, the way we use it. It's working against the system, which is against the grain. Because do not forget, if you don't look into the future to find a cure for something, then the cure is going to come at you and a lot of people might die. But how often do you bring the oil that it doesn't spill, that when it does spill, it ruins everything forever? So that if you play with a germ too often, you'll lose control. Jurassic Park. If we would just sit together and put together all the pieces and puzzles, sports, names of arenas, names of people, things you heard, and it's all a personal thing. Don't forget, it's a personal thing. If you woke up this morning and heard something about the cat's poop, and someone else in the world heard that you heard this, and you guys would be put together, and you can discuss whatever you want. And then what we'll do is people that don't get along, we'll put them together. Because we'll see all kinds of differences. We'll have tons to talk about. We'll study them. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. You can put this together, but in the center is the eye. Now, if I stood it up, what would it look like? What can we create? T, C, T, C, T, C. The Church of Christ. H. Anyways, it's up to you. Leave it alone. But we do know that, yes, look at this. I forgot to show you. Look, it's a big E. And on this side, it's a big E. Or it's a big 3 and 3. And here it's another 3. So it's like all kinds of 3s coming in now. It's like all the 3s are coming in. Watch out. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Wow, 30 minutes.